Hi, YouTube family.
My name is Elysia English.
And I'm Philip English.
It is a super blustery day today, but we thought that it was a perfect day to do a trash to treasure video because I cleaned the shop the other day with our son Chase and we got a few things found out of the shop. Oh, Gunner's with us too today. We want to use up some of these scrap pieces that we found in the shop to be able to build something that we're going to actually put on our front porch space. And so we're going to get building.
Let's go.
A couple of months ago, a neighbor was getting rid of a whole bunch of furniture and she actually gave me a full-size kitchen table that didn't have any chairs. And if you saw our mudroom transformation, we made an awesome bench to sit underneath our window using a large portion of the top of that kitchen table. But while we cleaned the art room, I did find another whole piece that is from that bench cutoff that we did. You can see the other side of the bench is cut off on this side, and it does have rounded fronts and rounded ends still on 3 of the sides where I haven't cut. And so I'm going to use this for the top of the coffee table that I want to build because where I'm going to put it on the front porch needs to be a very narrow coffee table, and we have a nice long mustard yellow vintage couch that's going to go out there. So I want something that's going to complement that but still fit the space well enough that we can still walk by on the porch. And so I'm going to cut this a little bit more narrow, removing the rounded edges on the side here, and I'm going to turn this trashy piece of wood scrap into a gorgeous coffee table. We're also going to use a piece of scrap that we have left from the camper of this 1/4-inch plywood, and then we're also going to use a bunch of 2x3s that we have left from the ladder project that we did several months ago. All right, are you gonna cut this down for me?
Yeah, I am gonna cut this down, and I'm only gonna cut an inch off of each side to square it up, and then we'll see how wide it is.
That sounds good.
Perfect.
The first thing I'm going to do is work on the legs, and then I'll be able to work on what I'm going to do to the top of this coffee table afterwards. But I want to really build the structured part of how this table is going to stand up before, that way I can get that perfect, because the whole top is going to be covered with something else, and so I need to do some drilling from the top. It's all going to get covered anyways. So I have 2 square shapes that are going to be the legs on the end, and then I'm going to do some detailing between the 2 legs underneath. I decided not to go around the whole perimeter. I wanted to give it a little bit more of a simplistic look since I'm going to do a detailed top. And so I'm going to actually just screw these boxes together and then adhere them to the table and then work on my center bits. So I've lined up the legs that I put underneath the table, and I'm going to fasten them on with my screws from the top because I'm going to cover this whole top with a pattern, and so it doesn't really matter that I'll have screw marks there. And then I'm going to put it on the other side and do my detailing in between. I'm working on a very uneven table, which is fine because I know what I'm building is level, so it won't be fine when I actually put it on the floor. But I'm going to start working on the center bar here, and what I want to do is just put one piece all the way across in the middle here, doing like a center bracing, and then I want to do like a triangular shape coming from the center to 45-degree angles that will meet and go on the end here, giving it some detailing underneath.
Cute.
I'll mark where my centers are on either side. That's gonna go there. And I'm gonna make the same size to go on the other side. It's like, Jenny, I stole my wood. Get your own sticks. Here, look, sticks. Here, sticks. You stick stealer. Stick stealer.
I'm DIY dog.
DIY dog. And one there.
Cute.
Perfect.
Okay.
So I'm going to find the center this way and the center this way so that we can make sure that they're on the right angles.
So Elysia is using her magnificent brain power to figure out the center of the tabletop. Did you figure it out?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
She is absolutely incredible with numbers.
Okay, so there's my center starting point. And I am going to paint the base of this table black, but the top of this table is going to be, I absolutely love the wood quilt that we've done on the bathroom door in the camper. And I thought with my mid-century modern, very like boho styled mustard yellow vintage couch that's going to go on our front porch, that the top of this table most definitely needs to be a wood quilt.
The mustard couch that you got for $10 at an auction.
$10 at an auction. So if you missed that video, I will put the card above for you. But it was the best $10 I have ever spent because I absolutely love that couch. And so we are going to put it on our front porch where we're renovating this next week. We already ordered the supplies this morning, but I really want to work on some of the things that are going to go into that porch space, which is why I thought this trash to treasure would be a perfect excuse to use this board to make a coffee table to go with that couch. So the top is going to be a wood quilt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with simple 45-degree angles and use the 1/4-inch scraps we have left from the underlayment of the camper to be able to create this wood quilt. So I'm going to work off this basic main center point, and I'm just going to make my 45-degree angle cut fans like this, and then we're gonna get painting and doing our design. Okay,
Just doing what doggies do.
make sure I'm perfectly square on a center line all the way down. Did you notice what I'm using? Non-rusty measuring tape. Cleaning the art room has its perks. Hey, stop stealing my wood! You're a stinker! Excuse me.
What about the tape measure?
Listen, mister. He's trying to tell me he's a better builder than me now that he did his doggy bowl. Gunny! No! No, stinker! You have a sanding pad! Gunny! Come here! Gun Lewinsky! What a ham.
He is a ham, isn't he? Do you want me to rip some thinner ones?
So I have a few thinner ones too?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I can
You
do
wanna
that.
do that?
Yeah, that's super fun. This process, putting these top pieces on, is really simple if you just stick to one angle, 45 degrees, and you find your center point, then you can literally just place and put them in.
Since we're using the supplies that we have at home, you'll notice that my brad nails shot all the way through, which normally I would have went to the store and bought some shorter brad nails and not just used what I had at home. So Philip's gonna use the angle grinder and buzz these all off so that no kids or our knees or feet or even the dog doesn't get scratched underneath the table here. We wanna make sure these are all gone. I want to make sure the top is nice and smooth before I paint it. So I'm going to do the top part all white and then I'm going to do the bottom part black. I think that will look really sharp with the mustard yellow vintage couch that we're going to put this with. So I'm going to do some light sanding and then apply my paint. I'm using my favorite Beauty Tone paint. I picked this up at my local McNaughton's Home Hardware, and I'm going to paint the whole bottom of this table black, and then I'm going to tape off and be able to do the whole top part white. This black is called Black Cat, and it's a true black. It doesn't have a hint of blue or a grayish brown tinge to it. It's a pure, like exactly true black, which is nice. Sometimes black is hard to find where it's actually black. We can actually see some of the line spaces in between the wood quilt. So when you see it in person, you can actually see the definition on the pattern that we put on the top. I'm really happy with how my trash turned into treasure, using some scraps that we found in the art room from a piece of an old tabletop, some scrap pieces of floor underlayment, and a few pieces of leftover 2x3s from some ladder projects we did back in the wintertime, turned this into a perfect coffee table for the size of space that I need to be able to have this on my porch. I'm going to protect the top of this with a marine grade poly. The top of my table and my base are still a little bit wet right now, and so I am going to add a little bit of distressing to this as soon as it's all dry, and then I'll be able to put my sealer on top. But I think it turned out really good. Leaving a little bit of a space in between the underlayment meant that you could really see the wood quilt pattern in person. And just having that nice black bottom just gives it a little bit of a contrast. And then that deep mustard colored vintage couch that's going to be there with the accent pillows and everything is going to really look really good together. I can't wait to get this into our new porch space that we're building. It's just, I'm a little overzealous because we are not building that until likely next week. So I'm just working on a few things that I can put in that space. But I love being able to turn pieces of stuff that would normally go in the trash into something that's useful that can be put in our space. Total cost for this project, $0. And I also even used some leftover brad nails from a project and even leftover paint we've been using in the camper. Perfect. If you're new to my channel, I have a whole playlist of trash to treasure transformations where we actually turn tons of pieces of trash into beautiful home decor items. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the playlist on my channel main page. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this table. I know it's gonna look perfect with the mustard yellow couch that I have. I'm looking for some inspiration on what color pillows and what style pillows I should put on my couch. So give me your opinions in the comment section down below.
Honey, that table is absolutely gorgeous. It's probably one of my favorite pieces you've ever done.
I'm loving the wood quilt look and how it goes with some of the more boho style decor that we're adding into our home space. And I love that we're working on some exterior projects. And I also love that my art room is now super clean because we got rid of so much stuff that was in there and we're able to actually make use of a lot of the stuff. Chase and I organized and made a pile of all the keep so that we could actually put together some more items for some trash to treasure videos. So I'm so excited that we were able to do another trash to treasure. I know that the people that are on our channel, you guys, our YouTube family, you love our trash to treasure series. So we're excited that the warm weather is back and we can get back to tackling some of those trash to treasure upcycle transformations because they're really our favorite.
They are my favorite.
So
yes.
if you're not already part of our YouTube family, make sure you hit that subscribe button and head over to our playlist to look at our other trash to treasure transformations we've done in the past. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit that like button. Love you. Bye.
Bye.